don't see it happening, but he could definitely prove me wrong. But I just think, bro, like, I mean, I've trained with Canelo, I've been around him. Bro can really push back heavyweight. So I don't know how you, like, because this is the first time Canelo's actually bigger than somebody in a long time. So it's like the weights are lifted off, and now he could fight even more freely, you know? So I'm actually interested to see, bro. I can't wait for the fight. I'm definitely going to be backing Canelo, but, you know, Crawford is a great fighter, and he could surprise me. But right now, where I would put my money is Canelo.
Ryan Garcia just dropped a bombshell that has the boxing world buzzing. Even Canelo, after seeing Crawford's relentless preparation, is reportedly thinking twice about what's coming. But Ryan didn't stop at compliments. He went full throttle with a bold prediction. He said, "When you face great fighters, anything can happen." And he didn't shy away from painting a shocking picture. He can actually see Crawford getting knocked out in a scenario reminiscent of Amir Khan's devastating loss. That statement alone sent chills through fight fans everywhere. Ryan isn't just hyping the matchup. He's hinting at a possible game-changing moment. Crawford may be slick, lightning fast, and technically brilliant, but Ryan believes a single, perfectly timed shot from Canelo could flip the fight entirely. With two elite fighters in the ring, the line between glory and disaster is paper-thin. And just when you think he's done, Ryan raises another major concern: Crawford's ability to handle the jump in weight. Could this shift the fight in Canelo's favor? Fans are on edge, waiting to see if the prediction comes true.
How can he react to new weight? You know, sometimes you're slower. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how Crawford adjusts and how fast his hands move, because, I mean, that's one of Crawford's, you know, great assets is his hand speed.
This is a question that could shape the entire showdown. Moving up in weight doesn't just change the numbers on the scale. It affects timing, speed, and reflexes, all crucial tools for a fighter like Crawford. His lightning-fast hands and pinpoint timing have been his greatest assets, but can they survive in a heavier division? Against someone like Canelo, even a fraction of a second can prove costly. Ryan Garcia's comments only fuel the tension, reminding fans this fight isn't just a skill battle. It's a test against physics, pressure, and raw power. Even Edgar Berlanga offered a more balanced view, yet he still raised warning signs. While he applauded Crawford's brilliance, he highlighted one critical factor that could tilt the scales. Terence Crawford is a legend. He's phenomenal. The only edge I see for Canelo? His weight, Berlanga said. Calm words, but loaded with meaning. Crawford's elite skills are undeniable, but in a fight where size becomes a silent weapon and Canelo's power enters the mix, things could turn ugly in an instant. Even legends can struggle when physical advantages stack against them. As fight night draws closer, this detail could be the quiet storm everyone overlooks. Virgil Ortiz, meanwhile, offered a measured perspective. He respects the greatness of both fighters but raises a crucial concern, one that could define the outcome. The stakes have never been higher, and every second in the ring might tell the true story.
It's a good fight. I think it's a real good fight. I just think Crawford's too small. I just think he's too small. Yeah. He had one fight at 154, and now he's moving up to 168 to fight one of the best of all time. Now, Crawford is one of the best of all time himself. He's just a smaller one of the best of all time, and I think that's just what's going to be the factor here. I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance. I think he has a good chance. He really does. I think it's a real close fight.
Ortiz respects Crawford's legendary status, but the size difference looms large over this showdown. Moving from 154 to 168 against a powerhouse like Canelo is no small jump. It's a monumental challenge. Ortiz believes Crawford has the skills to hang tough, but he questions whether that's enough against someone bigger, stronger, and equally sharp. In his eyes, this isn't a clear mismatch. It's a razor-thin battle where one key factor could decide everything once the bell rings. Ortiz didn't stop there. While he admires Crawford's talent, he couldn't ignore one glaring reality that could tip the scales.
I think that Canelo will win, not only because he has skill, because you have to have skill to win, especially against Crawford, who has never lost, but he's going to be, I think he might be a little too good.
Ortiz knows this is a battle between elite talents, but once size comes into play, the dynamics shift dramatically. He warns that Canelo's mix of raw power and technical mastery is a serious threat, especially for Crawford, who's never tasted defeat. Ortiz isn't suggesting an easy path for Canelo, but he emphasizes that added weight can drain even the most skilled fighter. In a clash this intense, even a small-sized edge can ripple through every exchange. For Ortiz, it's not just about skill, it's about who's physically built for war at 168 pounds. Coach Joel Dios echoed this sentiment, throwing his full support behind Canelo. He left no room for debate, dismissing any notion that this fight could be close.
Would I say that Crawford and Canelo, no problem? I mean, I just think that. I just think it's stupid. I mean, excuse my language. Size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. I can see the thing. When you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting in no time. Now, look at it. Terence Crawford went from 46 to 54 to fight Majima. What did he do to Majima? The leader Majima was a 4-pounder. Now, he moved up to 168 after more division. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford. But I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple T. And he never ended up with this. And Canelo took the shot like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
It wasn't just confidence, it was a full-on declaration. Coach Dios believes Crawford doesn't stand a chance, and coming from a veteran trainer, that certainty carries serious weight. He argues that Canelo's size, strength, and mastery make him a nearly unstoppable force. While many rave about Crawford's speed and skill, Dios paints a picture of total dominance. If he's right, we could witness one of the most one-sided super fights in recent memory. That said, not everyone is counting Crawford out. Brian Norman Sr. reminded fans that he learned his lesson the hard way, signaling that anything can happen once the bell rings.
I got Crawford, man. I learned to not bet against Crawford. I won't bet against Crawford again. I lost a lot of money betting against Crawford.
Brian Norman Sr.'s words carry the weight of hard-earned experience. Betting against Crawford has already cost him once, and he's not about to repeat that mistake. His statements serve as a stark reminder of Crawford's dangerous, unpredictable nature. This isn't empty hype, it's about a fighter who consistently finds ways to win against the odds. In a clash of this magnitude, that kind of belief can be the difference between triumph and heartbreak. Norman didn't speak from speculation, he spoke from first-hand experience. Having seen Crawford up close, he has an unshakable confidence in the fighter's ability to rise when it matters most.
I've seen Crawford personally, I've seen him in the ring personally, and he's a bad man. So I'm gonna have to say, just like with my son, I'm gonna have to say just with the boxing IQ, with certain things, man, it's certain things. I think that Crawford's gonna figure out a way to win. I don't think this is so. I don't think for how some people are looking at this, I don't think it's so far-fetched that Crawford can beat him. You just don't see that so far-fetched as some people trying to make.
This wasn't blind support. It came from a deep respect and understanding of boxing. Norman has seen Crawford in action up close and believes his ring IQ, timing, and sheer courage could make all the difference. While some fans see a mismatch, Norman sees a tactical battle. Crawford won't just survive, he'll analyze, adapt, and strike at exactly the right moment. In a fight where one misstep can spell disaster, a sharp mind becomes a fighter's deadliest weapon. Norman didn't stop at praising Crawford's skills. When asked about a potential shutdown, he delivered a brutally honest reality check, reminding everyone that even legends face hard truths in the ring.
I wouldn't bet on the stoppage, but you say, could he stop him? You say, could he stop him? Let's remember that. What's his name? Hyman McGee got stopped with a guy with 4 knockouts.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, the man got 2 hands. If a man got 2 hands and he has the ability to punch, I mean, everybody has weak spots. Everybody can get hit. Everybody can get knocked out. It's just nature of people.
Norman's point was simple and powerful. In boxing, anything can happen. You don't need knockout power to land the perfect, fight-changing shot. He reminded fans that no one is untouchable under the bright lights, especially when both fighters are trading leather. One perfectly timed punch can rewrite history. In a high-stakes clash like this, both men are a single misstep away from disaster. But But not everyone is swayed by size alone. Shamar Canal, who trains with Crawford, offered a calm yet confident prediction, showing that even close insiders believe in Crawford's ability to rise when it matters most.
I like Crawford by decision, unanimous. Crawford unanimous decision. I feel like he's gonna outbox Canelo. He's not gonna, if he sticks to his game plan, I feel like he's not gonna fall into Canelo traps.
If he does do that, where does that put him in the all-time list?
Shamar Canal's perspective isn't about size. It comes from being in the trenches with Crawford. He's seen the discipline, timing, and battle IQ up close, and he's confident that these qualities will make all the difference. While many focus on raw power, Shamar views this as a chess match. Crawford won't take the bait. He'll stick to the plan, stay sharp, and dismantle Canelo round by round. If executed perfectly, this could be less of a fight and more of a masterclass in boxing strategy. But Shamar doesn't stop at predicting a win. He looks at the bigger picture. Crawford's goal goes beyond victory. It's about history. To Shamar, this isn't just two skilled fighters colliding. It's a legacy in the making. Should Crawford succeed, he won't merely beat Canelo. He could achieve what no one else has, moving from 135 to 168 pounds and potentially becoming a three-time undisputed champion. That's legendary territory, the stuff of mythology, a path few dare to imagine, let alone follow. Beyond training, victories, and titles, Shamar gives insight into Crawford's character. This isn't just skill or strategy, it's about leadership and poise. Crawford leads not only with his fists but also with his presence. His quiet confidence and willingness to teach reveal a grounded champion. In an ego-driven sport, that calm under pressure may be as powerful as any punch. Dan Rafael, a veteran boxing journalist, has tracked Crawford from the beginning. But in their latest conversation, Rafael sensed something different, something larger, a new level of focus, determination, and greatness ready to emerge when the bell rings.
Really good, actually. I mean, I've interviewed Terence Crawford many times through the years, starting when he first had his very first fight on HBO years ago as a late replacement, and covered so many of his fights. And I can just tell by speaking to him for this fight, when I spoke to him, he was in his training camp in Colorado Springs. He was getting ready for the fight against Canelo on September 13th. And he's very aware of the magnitude of the fight. And one of the things I came away from the interview with is, you know this too because you've interviewed tons of fighters also. I've interviewed many fighters through the years where, you know, for those of us that may covered or just folks who are fans, whatever, like, oh, that's a huge fight, that's like a really big fight. And a lot of times the boxers downplay it to some degree, whether they're being for real or they're just kind of putting up a front. But they're like, hey, you know, it's just another fight. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to win the fight. Whatever. I was really excited that Terence Crawford, when we were going through some of the historical things that could take place if he wins this fight, what they would mean. And at the end of that part of the conversation, he says, there's a lot riding on this fight.
Dan Rafael has spent years covering Terence Crawford, and he can sense something different this time. Crawford isn't treating this as just another fight. He knows the stakes, the history, and the legacy on the line. He's calm, focused, and fully committed, with victory as the only goal. Trainers like Bozy Ennis and Berlanga emphasize his intelligence, timing, and adaptability, showing that Crawford's rise in weight may not be a weakness but a weapon. Every punch, combination, and movement is designed to frustrate, outsmart, and potentially outclass Canelo. This isn't just about belts or money. It's a war of brains, skill, and heart. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are watching closely. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Can Crawford handle Canelo's power at 168, or will experience triumph over speed and IQ? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more high-stakes boxing breakdowns. You don't want to miss a second.